Typhoon Haiyan was one of the deadliest tropical cyclones ever recorded, and the deadliest recorded ever in the Philippines. The typhoon affected an estimated 11 million people and was especially devastating in the central region of the Philippines known as Visayas. The typhoon affected a number of countries, including, but not limited to, Micronesia, the Philippines, China, Taiwan, and Vietnam. The typhoon began on November 2, 2013, as a low-pressure cell several hundred kilometers southeast of the federated state of Micronesia. The low-pressure cell was pushed westward by the Pacific trade winds. As it moved, convection driven by an unstable atmosphere and high humidity in the air, derived from the warm sea surface, allowed the cyclone to intensify rapidly until it was deemed a tropical storm on November 4th. By November 5th, Haiyan had reached typhoon intensity. Haiyan continued westward across the Pacific, moving over the federated states of Micronesia and the Republic of Palau before reaching the Philippines on November 8th. After wreaking havoc on the central Philippines, Haiyan moved on to Vietnam and continued in a northwesterly direction until it dissipated over southern China. The Philippine island of Leyte was the most violently struck place, with entire cities and towns wiped out. Officials estimate that 90% of the eastern Visayas capital, Tacloban, was destroyed. There have been 6,300 confirmed fatalities in the Philippines alone, but the death toll remains unclear. Bodies were still being discovered as recently as January 2014. Overall, an estimated 11 million people were affected, in many cases by being left homeless. Despite strong winds, most of the damage is thought to be the result of storm surge, which reached heights of up to 6 meters in some places. Looting and violence were common in devastated areas, as people were left with nothing in the aftermath of Typhoon Haiyan. The looting continued in part due to a slow response on the part of the Philippine government. Especially in remote areas, people were struggling to get basic necessities like food and water almost a week after the storm. Many members of the international community stepped in to help. 41 countries from Thailand to Bahrain sent aid in the form of supplies, money, and manpower. This event is also notable for the amount of remote digital aid that ordinary citizens across the world provided by using OpenStreetMap to assist those working on the ground.